Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Justin Combs caught in controversy, shocking accusations of orchestrating gang rape. In this shocking video, we delve into the serious allegations against Justin Combs, son of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. A recent civil lawsuit claims that Justin orchestrated a harrowing incident involving the alleged gang rape of a woman in Los Angeles back in 2017. The woman who met Justin through Snapchat alleges that he lured her to California under false pretenses, promising her a job opportunity. Once there, she claimed she was rugged and assaulted by three masked men, one of whom she believed was Justin himself. This disturbing case unfolds amid Diddy's ongoing federal trafficking trial, raising questions about the Combs family involvement in these serious allegations. Join us as we explore the details of the lawsuit, the implications of the Combs family, and the broader conversation surrounding consent and accountability in the entertainment industry. Stay informed and engaged as we unpack this developing story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this and other trending topics. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, this article that I'm going to bring up is going to be relevant to what we are here for today. And that's going to be the Sean Diddy Combs and the Justin Combs, their new lawsuit. Okay, so let's get into it. Shout out to E News, they did report on it first. Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin Combs, accused of orchestrating gang rape in new lawsuit. Sean Justin Combs, has been accused of luring a woman to Los Angeles where she was allegedly rugged and raped by three masked men, one of which she believes was the rapper. This was by Bentley. Okay, give us one moment. This was by Bentley Maddox and Garcelle Chung, and it was published on June 26th of 2025 at 10:38 p.m. Updated 10 hours ago. Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin Combs, has been accused of facilitating a woman's alleged gang rape. Amid Diddy's federal trafficking trial, the 31-year-old and his dad are facing a civil lawsuit from a woman who alleges she was rugged and SA'd by three masked men during a 2017 trip to Los Angeles, arranged by Justin, according to court documents obtained by E! News June 26. In the complaint, the woman alleged Justin, who she said she met through Snapchat, flew her out from New Orleans under the guise that he would get her a position with remote TV in Atlanta through his and his father's connections. And give me one moment, you all. Give me one moment. Okay. We have to adjust that. Okay. So let's get into this article. So the article reads, upon her arrival, the woman said she and Justin, okay, who is the son of the Bad Boy Records founder and Misa Hilton, spent time at Beverly Hills home consuming alcohol and marijuana, which she believed was laced due to the effects it had on her. The woman also alleged the son of the music mogul made her take various pills or poppers throughout the day. After consuming the rugs, the woman said three masked men arrived at the house and they allegedly took turns raping her from Saturday evening until midday Sunday. Following the alleged intoxication, the lawsuit stated three masked men arrived at and took turns raping plaintiff both anally and orally while she was rugged and incapacitated from Saturday evening until midday Sunday. Through it says though two of the men were unknown to the woman, she accused Diddy of being the third due in part to his stature and mannerisms, but also because Justin referred to him on at least one occasion as Pops, per her complaint. The woman said she The woman said the possibility of a job at remote TV never materialized, and she suffered severe emotional distress, emotional anger, fear and anxiety, humiliation, embarrassment, physical injury, emotional injury, and trauma as a result of the alleged incident. She is suing the father and son duo, as well as Diddy's businesses for S battery, gender violence, and neglect and negligent supervision. The news outlet has reached out to Justin's rep for comment, but has not heard back. In response to the lawsuit, Diddy's legal team denied the allegations on his behalf. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never SA'd or S trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. The rapper's lawyers told the news outlet in a June 26 statement, we live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. As Diddy's ongoing federal trial approaches its close, things are just really up in the air. It's really getting hot out here, you all. So prosecutors conclude with nearly 5-hour closing arguments. Prosecutor Christy Slavic spent 4 hours and 50 minutes delivering closing remarks to jurors in which she argued that Sean Diddy Combs used power, violence, and fear to get what he wanted. He doesn't take no for an answer, she said. It was his kingdom. Everyone was there to serve him. Slavic pointed to Combs' 2016 physical assault on his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura and a 2024 alleged assault on his then girlfriend, who has been going by Jane for the trial. These two incidents are separated by 8 years, but they're not separate stories, she said. They're chapters in the same book. The story of Sean Combs and the criminal enterprise he led made up his inner circle. Again and again, the criminal enterprise serviced the defendant's every desire through a methodical pattern of violence, coercion, and manipulation. She continued, the defendant counted on silence and shame to keep his crimes hidden. And I'll say that again. The defendant counted on silence and shame to keep his crimes hidden. He thought that his fame and wealth and power put him above the law. Slavic argued that this trial, Combs had the help of what she described as a small army of personal staff who made it their mission to meet Let's take this back. Let's take a breath. I want to breathe. What I'm trying to convey to you, Slavic argued that this trial, Combs had the help of what she described as a small army of personal staff who made it their mission to meet the defendant's every desire, promote his power, and protect his reputation at all costs. Prosecutors seek to streamline charges against Sean Diddy Combs. The prosecutors submitted a filing to Judge Aaron Samarian in which they requested to amend parts of their theories of attempted arson and kidnapping. Although Combs is still facing the same racketeering conspiracy and trafficking counts, which include the kidnapping and arson allegations, prosecutors wrote in the June 24th letter they have removed instructions from the charge relating to attempted kidnapping under both California and New York law. Now, attempted arson under California law and aiding and abetting as trafficking. The government added that it hopes simplifying the language not only serves the purpose of streamlining the instructions, but also will avoid any confusion. Now, if y'all know anything about confusion, there has been some confusion in this trial. When we talk about juror number 6, Juror number 6 was confused about whether he lived in New York or he lived in New Jersey. You see what I'm saying? We don't have time for the foolishness. Either you live here or you don't. And it is what it is. That's just what we're doing. That's where we're going. And that's just how it is. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so Sean Diddy Combs confirms. This is what he confirmed. He will not be testifying. He will not be testifying. Combs told Judge Samarian that he will not take the stand during his trafficking trial. The judge emphasized that regardless of the rap mogul's decision, no one, including the jury, could draw any reference or suggestion of your guilt from the fact that you did not testify. So this is what the judge said. These are his orders. These are his words. This is what he said. Combs, okay, who confirmed that he spoke with his team about not testifying, emphasized that this was solely his decision. Nobody coerced him. He was not forced into the decision. He is of sound mind. It was his decision. And he made it clear. We have discussed it thoroughly that this is my decision, he said to the judge. That is totally my decision. I am making it. That's what he said. That's what he said to the judge. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That is exactly what he said to the judge. Now, the defense shares estimation on closing arguments. Combs' defense attorney, Tenny Garagos, told the judge that her team and the prosecution expect to take at least 4 hours each for their closing arguments, okay? With Homeland Security Investigations Special Agent Joseph Cericelio completing his multi-day testimony as the prosecution witness June 24th, the defense will begin their argument. So Combs' team shared that they will not be moving forward with any witnesses and will instead focus on entered evidence. They just want to focus on the entered evidence. That's what they want to do. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and where's my IG? Girl. Um, okay. So I wanted that to marinate in. I wanted to let that marinate in. Hopefully, y'all let it marinate in. And also, please make sure you are taking the poll. I did a poll, and let me go ahead and refresh this poll to see if anybody has sound off on the poll. Okay. Uh-huh. And we're about to go live on Instagram as well. Let me see if anybody voted on a poll. Oh, nobody voted on a poll. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Mhm. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right, so juror sees apparent footage from FOs, right? So during Cecilio's testimony, June 23rd, the jury was shown explicit videos, which, according to a news outlet, reporters in the courtroom, appeared to be from Combs' FOs that were entered into evidence. So you have to take into consideration. Let's get into it. We're about to go live on Instagram. All right. So while the special agent noted there were 50 explicit videos from 2021 and 2022, jurors were shown two files using headphones, and then they had a screen. Okay. They had a screen, they had headphones, and they were able to look, they were able to listen. Okay. So yes, that's what was going on. That is what was going on in the courtroom. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So everybody is forgetting about certain things in this case. Everybody's like, oh my God, they're trying to take this black man down, and they have people outside the courtroom with free Diddy merchandise on. Kanye West just dropped the song with King Combs. Yes, y'all didn't know it. Y'all didn't know that Kanye West just dropped the song with King Combs. Yes. Where have y'all been? Listen, everyone involved in this case, it's when there's smoke, there is fire. Okay. Where there is smoke, there's fire. There's a young lady that come forward and said that there were three masked men. She said Justin lured her with deception from Ohio to California under the guise of, we're going to help you with your career. I don't know anything of this to be true. This is the civil lawsuit that she is brought up against not only Justin, but his dad and the enterprise. So there goes that enterprise one more again. So if KK protected Diddy, would she not protect his kids? If KK protected Diddy, would she not protect his children?
Super fast. They always fiddling with something, you know what I mean? Great work ethic. They always walking fast and, motivated to get the job done. That's powder.
Oh, child. All right. So let's get back up into the article. Hotel rooms were stocked with baby oil, Plan B pills for FOs, and voicemails to his former chief of staff, KK Christina Cochran, played June 20, played June 23rd. Combs detailed a specific list of requests while staying at a hotel in November 2021, including a restock on baby oil, which he regularly used during FOs. Tell them to call me before they are on the way, he said to Coram. Can't believe I'm out. Put 20 bottles in this MFR. Along with Coram extending the hotel visits for an additional day, she replied, "Okay, the baby oil is outside the door." In text messages, his former employee texted that she was preparing an IV drip for him and Jane, which he used as a part of at least one FO recovery. According to the group text messages, she also made sure that there were Plan B pills and emergency contraption in his nightstand. Now get into this. Oh my goodness. It goes deep. I mean, they had everything. Okay, so let's go ahead. It says Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs text about his alleged abuse revealed. Jurors were shown a jurors were shown a series of text messages between Combs and Ventura, during which the long way to go singer candidly detailed the toll his alleged abuse was taking on her. After Combs asked whether Ventura, whom he dated on and off from 2007 to 2018, wanted to take a break in March 2017. She replied, "No, I just want to be." Oh, she says, "No, I just don't want to be beat down for being defiant or ever. You treat me and make me feel like I don't matter." In another instance, she further accused her ex of physically assaulting her. "I give you love, and as soon as I turn my head for a second and you get effed up, you drag me down the hall by my hair. I'm 30 years old," Ventura wrote to him that May. "This isn't play anymore. I feel like I was dead last night, and it wasn't happening to me because seeing my light was so beautiful." Okay. She says, "I feel like I was dead last night, and it wasn't happening to me because seeing my light was so beautiful." Y'all. Whew. Now look at, oh my goodness. That's Brandon Paul, honey. And he's giving Elon Musk in the face, child. Sean D. Combs' former assistant denies being drug mule, but says he bought thousands of dollars in rugs for the rapper. Combs' former assistant, Brendan Paul, whom he employed from 2022 to 2024, testified that he had purchased rugs for his boss on multiple occasions, including marijuana, 2C, oank, ketamine, ecstasy. We would text the rug dealer, and then the rug dealer would come to either of the homes. Paul, who also recalled being fired multiple times for varying offenses, including for getting a Lululemon fanny pack, said of the process, "I was introduced to them either through text or phone calls." However, Paul vehemently denied being a rogue mule for the rap mogul. Judge cancels court on day 26 of Sean Diddy Combs' trial over sick juror. Judge Samarian adjourned the courtroom for the day on June 18th after a member of the main jury did not return due to illness. Court is not in session on June 19th for Juneteenth. "We have a sick juror who cannot be here and had vertigo and had to turn back," the judge said. "The juror's partner notified us he is not here, and he is on the regular jury, so it appears we cannot go on today." The judge noted that it's unclear whether the juror's vertigo flared up, which causes dizziness, nausea, and headaches, along with other symptoms, is temporary or a long-term issue, but would monitor the situation. With court not in session, June 19th for Juneteenth. Judge Sumerian said the trial would resume with a shortened session on June 20th, running from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Second, Diddy Sean Diddy Combs, jury member, faces possible dismissal. Shortly after Judge Sumerian dismissed juror number 6 over conflicting answers as to his place of residence, a second member faces this possible dismissal over an alleged improper conversation about the case with a former colleague. The member in question was questioned by the judge and handed his phone in for inspection per NBS, a news outlet. A decision had not been made as to the member's dismissal by the end of the court session on June 16th. Kanye West supports Sean Diddy Combs with courthouse visit. Kanye West arrived at the New York City courthouse on June 13th in support of Combs. The stronger rapper, who was in the building for about 30 minutes, made a brief visit to the overflow area but never entered the courtroom. The main room is reserved for Combs' family and legal team, as well as the media and spectators who wait in line for hours for a seat. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says mogul was upset after she attended another man's FO. Jane recalled an argument between them after she went on a trip to Las Vegas with another rapper and his wife. She testified that it led to SUO voyeurism after she solicited Anton, a S worker whom she and Combs often hired, where a group of people watched him have S with a woman in a hotel room during the trip. Jane told Combs' attorney Garagos that the rap mogul was upset after accusing her of attending another man's FO. Prosecutors seek removal of juror in Sean Diddy Combs' trial. On day 21 of Combs' trial, Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey shared her team is seeking to remove one of the 12 members of the jury. We were very reluctant to put in this letter, she told Judge Sumerian before the jury entered the New York City courtroom. It appeared to be a lack of candor with the court and raises serious issues with us. Defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro, who said that juror number 6 is among the panel's black members, asked for 1 or 2 days to respond in writing and go over case law. In response, Judge Sumerian said he will reserve on handling logistics about the juror until a decision is made. Sean Diddy Combs' ex has heated exchange with defense team during cross-examination. Jane and Garagos had a tense conversation June 10th as the latter insinuated the witness was having S with men for luxury goods. Garagos went through text messages from November 2021 between Jane and Combs in which the witness was upset that the rap mogul was having S with other women. Per the text, she asked Combs if he gave the other woman a Chanel bag after having S. Jane said she didn't get a Chanel purse from Combs, telling Garagos that she got trauma. When the attorney asked what a Bottega bag was, she replied, "I'm sure you have one." And then, and when Garagos asked how much the item cost, Jane asked, "How much does my body cost?" Jane was granted a 10-minute break following the exchange. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says she wondered what was driving him sexually. Jane testified that around 2022, she believed that Combs was a cuckold, a person who finds pleasure in watching their partner be physically intimate with another person after looking up her and Combs' sexual dynamic. It gave me more of an understanding, she said of her reasoning for the research. I was just trying to deep dive on all the reasons why they had derived so much pleasure from watching their women to be with other men. The witness theorized that Combs' desire for hotel nights, the details of which are nearly identical to Ventura's FOs, was because he may be curious about his own sexuality. Cook could also have a real curiosity that they're too ashamed to experience themselves, she testified. And so they use the women to venture out in this curiosity without actually doing the act itself. Sean Diddy Combs' ex mentions Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Michael Jordan. During testimony, Jane testified that she had nicknamed Paul an escort she and Combs solicited on multiple occasions, trifecta, because she compared her actual dynamic to the on-court success of basketball stars. I was Kobe Bryant and Paul was Shaq O'Neal. She told jurors Combs was Michael Jordan. She described Paul as really nice, noting that if she had to have with escorts, at least it was with someone with a warm. Oh, it's got to be warm. Sean Diddy Combs, ex says mogul chief of staff, influenced a great deal of their romance. Jane testified that Combs' dynamic with Coran was a point of contention in the witness romance with the rap mogul. She was always with him, Jane said. Quorum, it was difficult for our relationship. I believe that she had every strong feelings about me, which influenced a great deal with how Sean treated me. You know, Judge denied Sean Diddy Combs' defense team's second motion for a mistrial. On June 10th, Judge Sumerian denied motion for mistrial by Combs' legal team, in which his attorneys argued that Ventura and her friend Brianna Bongelin lied about the latter being dangled over the 17th floor balcony by rap mogul. His lawyers, whose previous motion for a mistrial was also denied, accused the prosecution of filing of misconduct with the introduction of perjured testimony. Okay, it says in this trial, the government has presented testimony that it knew or should have known was materially false related to its allegations that Mr. Combs dangled Brianna Bangalin from the balcony of Cassie's Ventura's apartment in September of 2016. The letter said, according to avoid an unfair conviction in this case, the court should grant a mistrial. Sean Diddy Combs' ex details hours long 2024 beating. So Sean Diddy Combs' ex details hours long 2024 beating. Jane alleged that the rap mogul had beaten her for hours June 2024. Jane testified that she and Combs began arguing about the latter seeing a woman who was 25 years his junior, which Jane said led to her calling him a PDF and pushing his head into the marble kitchen counter. The witness said she had hidden in the primary bedroom and Combs began kicking the door open. Photos of the cracked door were entered into evidence. She alleged that while trying to run away, the Bad Boy Records founder kicked her in the back and in of the thigh. Kicked her in the back of the thigh. Oh Lord. Which made her fall. He put me in a chokehold on the ground, lifted me up, and I couldn't breathe. And I was on my tippy toes, she told the prosecution. I was just trying to get out of his grip. Honey, could you let the dogs in? Jane says she ran out of the house and hid behind a wall outside for approximately 2 hours, hoping he would leave. But he did not. She said they substantially returned to his home where she curled up in the backyard to protect herself as Combs allegedly attacked her. Thank you, honey. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says attack by rapper left her golf ball seized welts. According to Jane, the altercation escalated after Combs allegedly punched her in the back. He started punching my head. She told the court he started kicking me. He started saying all kinds of things and just kept punching. She alleged that he told her that she was trying to take him away from his kids and his family. I said, no, I'm not. Just leave me alone. Just leave. Please stop, she testified. Then he just grabs me by my arm and my hair and just starts dragging me back to the house by my hair, by my arm. After the alleged assault, Jane said she saw two golf ball sized welts on her forehead as well as a black eye. Sean Diddy Combs' ex details Homeland Security raid at her home. Jane said that Homeland Security raided her home, which was paid for by Combs in March of 2023. It was paid for by Combs in March of 2023, along with multiple other residences owned by the mogul. She said the agents came to her house and she called Combs, head of security, to tell him about the situation. Now, y'all know his security is Michael Jackson's security. Mr. Mahad. Yeah, get into that. And we'll do deep dive into that. But it says Sean Diddy Combs' ex says he threatened to release S tapes. Jane alleged that the mogul threatened to release their S tapes and show them to her baby's father in December 2023. As Jane and Combs, here, let's go ahead and, okay, this is going to be a lot easier. Okay. Okay. Jane said during her testimony that okay, did I go down too far? Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says he threatened to release S tapes. Jane alleged that the mogul threatened to release their S tapes and show them to her baby's father in December 2023. As Jane and Combs' relationship deteriorated, she said he told her that he had nothing to lose by releasing the videos. She testifies it was just back-to-back pressure phone calls. She texts Coram about the interaction, which was entered into evidence in the text. Jane wrote that Combs was threatening to post the footage in which she said she was heavily rugged. Okay. She was under the influence, you all. She also wrote that she needed time away from Combs because she was trying to work through all of the trauma he caused. Jane told the court that Coram assured her that Combs would not use the footage. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says she fainted after reading Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Jane said during her testimony that parts of Ventura's November 2023 lawsuit, which was ultimately settled, mirrored her own experience with Combs. I almost fainted. In fact, I think I did. She told the jurors as she cried, there was 3 specific pages was just a harrowing reference to what I was experiencing. Jane, who took part in Hotel Nights, said that it felt like she was reading her own story. It led to her confronting Combs via text messages. I feel like I'm reading my own sexual trauma, she wrote after Ventura's lawsuit, and screenshots shown in evidence. I am sick. It's exactly word for word. Drug-filled days and nights. You knew this was coming. You gaslit me. You made me go crazy. I am disgusted. I felt forced to perform back to back. The message continued. You made me feel crazy about the sex trauma I was feeling. I feel very violated. This was sex exploitation. Combs subsequently called Jane and recorded the conversation without her knowledge that was entered into evidence, in which he told her that they did things together and that this is when he needed her to be there. Jane, who didn't know she was being recorded, told Combs that she was sick to her stomach after reading Venture's documents. Sean Diddy Combs' ex says she threw up 3 times during a hotel night without drugs. Jane said that while she was often high on ecstasy, while participating in hotel nights with Combs and male escorts, one evening she decided not to take any drugs while having sex with 3 men. I was with multiple men this night, she testified. I threw up. Sean came in and said, you'll feel better now. Let's go outside. Jane said that at the end of the night, she felt absolutely terrible. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team makes second request for mistrial. After day 18 of the trial, Combs' legal team filed a motion of mistrial June 7th, arguing that Ventura and Bongelin lied about the latter being dangled over the 17th floor balcony by the rap mogul. Lawyers for Combs, whose previous motion for a mistrial was denied by Judge Sumerian, accused the prosecution of misconduct with the introduction of perjured testimony. In this mistrial, the government has presented testimony that it knew or should have known was materially false related to its allegation that Mr. Combs dangled Brianna Bongelin from the balcony of Cassie Ventura's apartment in September 2016. The latter said, according to avoid an unfair conviction in this case, the court should grant a mistrial. The defense accused Bongelin of lying about the incident, pointing to some alleged inconsistencies in their story. The prosecution will respond on June 9th, and the judge will make his ruling the next day. Okay, so this is pretty much just going back on what was going on, but I hope you all got something from this broadcast. I want to thank you so much. Okay, yes, I want to thank you so much. Yes, before we take out, we're going to see some clips, and we'll see you on the next broadcast. So long.
After that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to. Like, point clear. So, if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid's downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you.
I'm with her on the whole, bitch, give me my $30 million. Like, it's